Good morning, everybody. Welcome back. Tech Check episode 17. We continue in our journey. Firstly, for all of you in Pakistan, please accept our warmest and heartfelt regards. We know you're going through a very difficult time with the COVID situation. And on top of that, we have a lot of rainfall. As usual, more water than we need at one point. God bless you all. I hope you're well and safe. Continuing the saga, today we have with us a very interesting young man who decided he wanted to get into the online media space and has created a big boom in the Pakistani online media marketplace with MangoBaaz.com. I'd like to welcome Ali Gul. Hi Ali, how are you today?
I'm good, Farouk. Thank you for the very nice intro. And Karachi is pretty bad right now because of the rain, but Lahore is better. So let's hope things generally get better for Pakistan. But thank you for the introduction and looking forward to talking to you.
Thank you. Thanks for being with us today. Well, as we always do, Tech Check style, let's dive right in. So, Ali,
Let's do
tell
that.
us, what was the inspiration behind MangoBaaz?
The inspiration behind MangoBaaz came when I actually moved back to Pakistan after working in San Francisco for 3 years, and then I went to college in the US as well. I always wanted to start something that would kind of create some value or connect with people in a way that they would kind of see a different perspective. And when I saw the media ecosystem of Pakistan, what I saw on the news or TV, it was generally the same stuff that we'd been seeing. And digital generally in Pakistan at that time was like no one really gave that much attention to it right now. I mean, at that time. So I really wanted to build something that makes an impact for the younger generation in Pakistan. And one of the reasons why I got into media was because my family's been in media since pre-partition of Pakistan. My grandfather used to make feature films. Then my father did the same and was in the TV industry, was in the advertising industry of Pakistan. And we have our own film studios in Lahore. And my family actually wanted me to join the family and really work on traditional media. But I personally didn't want to kind of carry the same weight that my family was really carrying. Just wanted to do something of my own and really connect with the digital younger generation of Pakistan. And I felt there's a lot of opportunity looking at what Vice was doing or what BuzzFeed was doing or what a few Indian startups were doing in media.
Right.
So that's where the inspiration came from. And yeah, it's been an interesting journey, a lot of ups and downs. I had never professionally worked in Pakistan before starting MangoBaaz. So I guess going and studying in the US and working in the US is a blessing and a curse at the same time when you come back to Pakistan.
Sure.
You need some adjusting. So it's been an interesting ride so far.
Awesome. Well, that's great to hear. No, I can well imagine. That is something that we always hear about here. It's the transition, and I'm very fortunate because I've been able to be on both sides of that fence, so I can fully
Mm,
empathize with your situation. Well, and building along on that, so we've heard about Mango Buzz. I've actually personally interacted with you. I see the articles float up on Facebook and in different social media channels.
mhm.
And so, what's the revenue model? How does this generate money for you guys?
So the revenue model is advertising. That's where majority of the chunk of revenue comes right now.
Right.
And we essentially advertise with the biggest brands in the country. Now these are multinationals and local brands that are big private companies. So we make native videos, native articles in which we're advertising them in a very subtle way. Then
Sure.
we also have our own agency, which works with these brands to really market them to the younger generation. not only through digital, but the distribution kind of expands from just digital. It really leads to what the companies really want to achieve. The third revenue stream is affiliate advertising. So we kind of work with some e-commerce companies locally and internationally to sell products. That's something we are kind of building upon further as well. A new revenue stream that we're working on currently is building our own e-commerce setup. The goal would be to start online and then eventually make it an omni-channel strategy. COVID kind of pushed things back. We were going to take a couple of bets this year, but right now, since there's so much uncertainty in terms of how brands will really reposition themselves when it comes to advertising, we want to be very cautious of how we really make our investments. But yeah, these are the main revenue streams that we have right now.
Awesome. Wow, that's great. Well, glad things are moving along, and it seems like a natural extension to what you're doing because you are helping promote the brand. So why not actually help sell them? So wonderful. Good. And best of luck when you do get that thing going. So
thank you.
Moving along, and I know, you know, the beauty of Pakistan is that there's lots of smart people. And I'm pretty certain that you've got some competition out there. So is anything we talk about there in terms of competitors and what's going on?
Yeah, it's a pretty interesting space. We've got some traditional media companies that are now pushing into digital space. Now you've got the Geos, the ARYs, Dawn Media Group. Then there are a lot of companies that started around the same time as we did. One's called Parlo, there's Pro Pakistani, there's this one that Mahira started, Mahira Khan, the actress, called Mashin.
Right.
But what's interesting is each of them are kind of holding their own unique positioning. For us, the positioning is really being that left-leaning liberal voice for the younger generations in Pakistan and outside of Pakistan, and having that Desi voice. We've always been very cognizant that our content should not only be for Pakistanis in Pakistan. We have a very our second biggest audience after Pakistan is North America. And if COVID hadn't happened, North America would have been another market we would be double downing on and really building it there. And when it comes to influencers or social media stars, when it comes to YouTube, Instagram, TikTok now, they also take a share of the pie when it comes to advertising revenues with brands. But since we kind of pioneered this space, it kind of gives us a leverage within brands to really work with these influencers and make campaigns for brands with them. Because working with these influencers one-on-one is very challenging because they don't really understand brand safety or really how do you market the brand. And in Pakistan, our competitive advantage in terms of the competition comes in terms of the depth that we've and the knowledge that we've kind of built in this space. Yeah, I think it's going to be very interesting how these next 10 years will change for Pakistan as an entire ecosystem. I'm sure a lot of competition within media will change because media is generally just a space that is going through a lot of changes. So yeah, it's going to be interesting.
No, that's fantastic. It's always interesting and cool to learn about these new concepts and the way things are going. And that's something I definitely see a lot of. That, you know, I'm getting a lot of attraction from younger generation, right? I'm seeing a lot of traffic from under 25-year-olds, which is I find really unique and interesting. So, in any case, moving on to the last question, we just want to tie up here. So, at this point, is there an ask? Are you looking for anything from the diaspora? You know, you looking to raise funds, advisory? What's going on that front?
I mean, for us, it's really connecting with the right people that kind of align with the vision that we have for MangoBaaz. And the vision is really not only understanding the psychology of the Pakistanis in Pakistan and outside, but it's actually connecting with them through content and then kind of seeing the possibilities through content. One of the biggest sectors that we're seeing opportunities is in beauty. and we'll probably be investing in a couple of things when it comes there as well. So there are a lot of things that we'll proactively be doing in the coming months. So for the ask for us right now isn't really funding for MangoBaaz. It's just really connecting with people who have a long-term vision for Pakistan as a market. The next, if you really look at Pakistan in the short term, it's there are going to be a lot of ups and downs, but the way we see it in the next 10 years, the opportunity is huge, the population is huge. If you really understand how users think and you find a way to connect with them, there are a lot of opportunities when it comes to commerce that can come in Pakistan. So that's where I'm really excited about. My strength when it comes to building companies is I know how to build brands, I know how to connect with audiences. Now it's really how do you monetize these audiences beyond just advertising. And yeah, that's for us, the diaspora thing, the ask would be really just connecting with like-minded individuals that really want to grow the market and capitalize the opportunity.
Fantastic. Well, that's great. Well, Ali, I wanted to bring you to the end of Tech Check episode 17. As you've seen, the format is short, quick. We want to get the message across. We're always trying to make sure that we hit relevant points during the discussion. Thank you very much for joining us today. We really appreciate that. And
Thank
for
you
our audience out there, please continue to support us. We're seeing amazing traction, lots of volume of impressions coming in. Follow us on Instagram, follow us on Facebook, like our YouTube page, check out our website. All the content that we generate is available there. And the best thing is we're booked through the end of the year. So really look forward to seeing the audience and generating more views and understanding how we can continue helping Pakistan. And with that, I'd like to thank my sponsors, Celeritas Solutions, Open Silicon Valley, and Ashari Ventures. And with that, to all of you, Allah Hafiz, have a great day, and we'll see you on the next episode.